The mind is so confused about reality. It truly doesn't know anything. If I observe my thoughts, I can see that the mind tells me to do things I don't want to do by doing the very things I don't want to do. It tells me to live in my car to avoid being homeless. But isn't that the same thing as homeless? It tells me to constantly stay in a high anxiety state to avoid anxiety. The more I watch the mind, the more I realize it often tells me to do the very things that I don't want to do, the very things that harm me. Of course, when I see this, it's all quite silly. But the mind just keeps on talking, and it's a habit to keep on listening. I find myself listening to its advice, only to realize moments or hours or days later that it tricked me again. This is the process of awakening, continuing to see over and over again that the mind's making everything up as it goes. It doesn't know the past or the future. It doesn't know the right thing to do. It doesn't know what decision you will actually make. It doesn't actually know anything. And the more I see this for exactly what it is, the harder it is to take anything the mind does seriously. In fact, one time, I had had a bad day, I wasn't in a good mood, and I watched the mind say, "Why don't you just kill yourself?" Luckily, by this point, I knew that I wasn't my mind. I knew that I wasn't suicidal. I wasn't even that upset. But it was quite distressing to see how easily the mind can trick us. And if you're not watching as carefully as those of us who are going through awakening are watching, you might take this thought seriously. You might think it's you and you might listen to it. So, however you're feeling, wherever you are on your awakening journey, try not to take any of your thoughts seriously. They're just guessing, and guessing pretty poorly about what your experience actually is. No thought has the answers. No thought is reliable. And all thoughts can trick you into thinking things are true that aren't actually true.